Hi.
Mic check one checker.
Hey. All right.
Yo, and we're back.
Biggity back, baby.
Yo, if you're tuning in to us, appreciate you pulling up
Yes.
to the Wastedpodcast. My name's Ant.
Got you, Me+L.
I'm Cool Hands. Certain people call me Cool Hands. Other people call me Blackie Chan. Nobody calls me that. But first and foremost, fellas, I just want to clap it up because it's good to be back.
Yeah,
It's good to be back.
We took a little, hiatus. I guess this is season 2, capping off with, who better than the man right here, man. Me+L, man.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Yo.
So let's just start off right now. Like, how'd you come up with that name?
Got you. All right, that's a good question. So that was originally supposed to be like a clothing brand. To be honest with you, it still is. It still is gonna be a clothing brand. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
All right.
So basically, it was my sophomore year of college, and I just felt like, you know how college is, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you just like you in your bag, like you forced to do something that you don't really want to do because
Right.
like the options is limited. So like, I just felt like I wanted to do something different, and I was thinking of clothing brand ideas, and I was just like, damn, I want something to play off my name. So all my friends, they call me Mel.
Yeah.
So like then I was still trying to create things, right? Like ideas and like phrases, right? So I think I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw like one thing. You know those quotes that be said by celebrities, but you don't even know if it's said by them. It's like one of those things. So it said like every loss is a lesson, right?
Hey.
And it said it was by Will Smith.
They didn't say that.
Yeah, he didn't say that. But regardless, I was just like, damn, like I was thinking like with the whole Mel thing, like I like the idea of separating the me and the L, but it had to have meaning.
Right.
So I was like, I know like, especially in our generation, we say like, oh, he took a L, meaning loss.
Right.
So I was just like, damn, if every loss is a lesson, then it should be Me+L because you could just learn off your loss.
That's so.
So like that's where the idea came from, like Me+L, and then I came up with this like little phrase, embrace the L, like embrace your losses, and here we are today. And that just became a rap name, because my rap name originally was J Mel, because I wanted to be like Jay-Z. I'm not gonna lie to you. I started off rapping, but
There you go.
I was just like, it should just be embody me, like myself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you said you started off rapping. I guess for those who don't know, you're an artist.
Yeah.
What would you say now if you're not you don't consider yourself a rapper?
Nah, I definitely do. I consider myself a rapper for 2 reasons. Because I know I dabble into different genres. Like, once you listen to my music, you'll hear me singing. You hear me doing, like, 80s retro type music. But at the end of the day, rap is limitless.
Yeah.
Rap is a limitless art right now. You have artists like X, Juice WRLD that embody being a rapper, but they'll do a bunch of different things. So I'll never be one of those artists that be like, nah, I'm a rock star.
Right.
Because why? I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
Because rap you could do anything in rap right now.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no limit. There's no box.
For me though, I feel like when people said that, they kind of, it's more about the embodiment of it as opposed to the actual act of being a rock star, like playing.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
like
Nah, you
the attitude, I guess. But I understand what you're saying. Like you never want to put yourself in a box.
Exactly.
That's
like,
something that I feel like is like really like essential with artists and creative types. They never want to say, "Yo, I'm this" or "I'm
exactly.
that."
Nah, I definitely get that too. But like, I like the idea of calling myself a rapper, but doing other things too at the same time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many like really just popular staples in like pop culture now who started off as rappers, but they kind of became Renaissance men.
Exactly.
Like, you look at the likes like someone like Snoop. Yo, Snoop does everything, yo. Like, what is,
Reggae albums,
gospel albums. He's on Law and Order SVU. Like, he just does everything. I think that's dope. You know what I mean? So when we first met you, a little backstory. A mutual friend put us in contact with one another, and we shot a video for Me+L to this song. I remember when we first listened to it, I put it on in the car and was driving. I'm like, yo, he kind of sounds like Michael almost. Like, I like this. I ain't gonna front. I like it. It sounded like it was like a nice like vibe. And then that was also the theme of the music video that we shot for you. Lots happened since then.
Mm-hmm.
Lots happened, of course.
So please walk us through how, you know, your 2021 as an artist has been, your journey.
So ironically, a lot has happened, but I haven't dropped a single song this year. Like, not a song. Like, my last song was literally my, like, was it the day after Thanksgiving, my birthday? That was a different situation. That's the time around we did it.
It was, yo. It was.
Yeah, it was around that time. And, like, I wanted to be somebody, like, I had a whole goal, like, where it was like, all right, I'm going to drop 2 EPs and a single. All in 2020. I'm going to dump it on everybody. I don't care who listens, who gets to listen. 2021 is going to be the year where I focus on, all right, I need to get my listeners up. So, like, building a foundation, getting the growth so people can hear, you know, all my music.
So that's interesting that you say that, because you said, I'm just going to paraphrase it, but like 2020 was you introducing yourself, and then 2021 was getting people to listen to that introduction.
Exactly.
As it means, doing that as a means to grow. But I feel like oftentimes, you know what I mean, in a creative field, we feel that we introduce people by doing stuff. Why did you choose to focus more so on getting people to listen to the music that you have out, as opposed to trying to gain new people by releasing new music?
That's a great question. I just feel like we gotta give people time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to be rushed.
Yeah.
Like, and I just wanted to make sure people got the opportunity to know me and know my music before I dump more music. And then the old music is not that important. Cause I'm still a music fan at the end of the day. So I know how it goes. Like, even listening to some of my favorite artists, like, I don't go back to all their old work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to the EP that I started off with, and that's what I first listened to. I'm not gonna go back to their mixtape two years ago.
Really?
Sometimes the only artist I say I did that for maybe was, like, of course, Kanye. Yeah. Travis Scott, I listened back to. I don't know if y'all know Al Farrow.
Al Farrow, yeah.
Yeah, like, I went back to that. But, like, that was years later. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, I felt that.
And I just wanted, like, everybody to listen to what I got right now. Like, don't let anything get, you know, in the shadows or erased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was my main goal.
Nah, no, that's I feel like that's refreshing, because, you know, even us, we're in the process of, like, we have so much stuff out, and we could keep producing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you'll sit here and, like, have all this ill stuff out, but if we notice that people aren't necessarily paying attention to it, it's like being the illest person. Like, you could be the illest singer in the world, but in the forest by yourself, who else knows?
Right.
That's
you know what I mean? So, like, what steps would you say that you took in order to carry out that goal that you have for 2021?
Just working every day. Like, the whole 2020, like, I basically prepared myself to have that goal, like, have everything ready. Like, one of my EPs is basically almost like Halloween themed. Like, I made sure that I had it ready for that time period. So, like, basically the whole year 2020, I'm writing my music, I'm getting prepared, I'm doing all the photo shoots that I need to do. So when 2021 comes, I could take that break and I could just be like, you know what? All the promo and marketing, that happens that year. 2020, I'm just focused on making the music, period. Because that's not that easy either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, also, too, as an artist, you know, I feel like if you're using your life as I guess the source of inspiration, living life is a big part of it.
Definitely, without a doubt. Because there was a lot of songs that I was like, yeah, that's going to be on the EP, that's going to be the next single, and then it didn't work out like that. Because that's just how life goes. Like, something else inspires you. So, yeah.
Yo, so did you always know you wanted to, like, do music and shit like that, though? Like, for those that don't know?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I feel like all of us have, like, that one little dream that we have of doing, whether it's entertainment or sports, but then you realize that's going to get cut short.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, damn, I want to be a basketball player, football player. Like, But then like, that's mad work. And it's like the odds is against you. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I'm not 6 feet. I'm not tall. I'm not that athletic. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so you kind of give up on it and you kind of lose passion for stuff like that. But like music is another thing that I feel like a lot of people try and they lose their passion. Like I've been doing music since I was 13 and I always thought like, damn, music is the one thing that I just can't seem to lose the passion of. Right. Like it was actually the one thing that if I gave up on it, I'll give up on giving up on it. If that makes sense.
I couldn't
give up on music, like whether it was making it or whether it was listening to music. Cause I'm like a big student of music. I love listening to music. That's my biggest like spare time thing. So since like 13, I've been making music any way I can. And even back then it was a little different. You had to like record on your phone, like.
Make it happen however you can make it happen.
However I can make it happen. So.
Yeah. Yo, I remember you brought up the other day, I think I saw it too, the post, was it a story post or like a post about like the repost, or was it a like that it was on, was it a song or was it the whole album?
Yeah. So like I remember you posted on your story that, correct me if I'm wrong, but LeBron James. I see something said King James, LeBron James. I want to make sure, like, LeBron liked the post that was featuring your music, right?
Exactly.
Guy.
That
was... boy LeBron was in the court like this.
Nah, for real. I don't. It was supposed to be a regular post of my music, and like he just happened to see it and like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like that was just a big changing moment for me.
Right, because then it's like it just like, solidifies that like you never know who's watching, you never know who will see this, you never know who will be there, like that type
without a doubt.
Like now that when I seen that joint, I'm like, damn. Like one thing I know about Bron is Bron listens to music. He has his ear to the ground. Like I've heard him bumping like some real. Like, you know, fake underground shit that I never heard. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, should you be playing basketball? What do you know about, you know what I'm saying, this person? But, like, it's so interesting to me that when you posted it, like, I don't even know if, like, the page that it had been posted on is, like, this super mega big page. Was it?
Not really, not at all. So I was one of the biggest posts on his page.
So,
sure.
Pretty much, Bron was just cruising, like, you know what I mean, Instagram as one tends to do. If you like a lot of, like, you know, everybody knows how the algorithm works. If you like a lot of pictures of dogs, guess what they're going to show you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He likes hip-hop or whatever the case is. And he just happened to stumble across your work, and he thought it was dope.
Nah, yeah, that was a big moment. Because he probably don't even know what he did. Like, it's just a ripple effect.
Yeah.
He's just scrolling like, this sounds good. I'm going to give it a like. But that's a big deal when you LeBron. And, like, I was just thinking, like, damn, if I was ever that big, I'll try to do the same thing for somebody else.
Yeah.
Something so simple.
So that kind of put, like, a battery in your back that, or, like, not to say that you didn't have one, but, like, it kind of just reassured something. Like, what did you...
Without a doubt, reassurance. Without a doubt, like, self-esteem boosting. Because, like, as musicians, when you see, like, everybody trying to do the same thing, it does get a little discouraging.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? What makes me so special about everybody else? And you kind of psych yourself out.
Yeah.
So when somebody as big as that says, hey, nah, you doing your thing, besides all the other people that you're really supposed to look at.
Right.
Because they telling you doing your thing too, but somebody like that who's established, you can't tell me wrong then.
Like, I feel like sometimes, you know what I mean, people will be telling you that you're doing your thing or whatever, but, like, a lot of time it's people from your tribe, people from, like, that's exactly. In your corner. So it's like, of course, like, I'm going to say of course, because you have people whose peoples won't tell them at all.
Right. That's true too.
But sometimes you get accustomed to it, like, yeah, it's like, you know what I mean, almost like when your mom's like, oh, you're handsome. It's like, well, of course you're going to say that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, when somebody from
an
unbiased, they have no attachments to you. They're not trying to, you know what I mean, spare your feelings. Like, oh no, I just like this.
Yeah.
And that encouraged a lot of more people that wasn't attached to me to say, yo, I like your music. To be honest.
Oh, like, yeah, like, oh, now I can say this because
that's so lame to me though. Respectfully, you know what I mean. I find it to be lame that people want to have somebody else reaffirm what they were thinking or whatever.
Exactly. But it's the world. That's how it works.
That is.
I'm not too mad at it, but like it was just interesting to see. Like everybody got encouraged to say, yeah, I like this too.
Yeah. Yo, Brian. Yo, shout out to Brian.
For real, shout out, Brian.
Lakers take it to the ship this year.
I hope so.
Yo, so like now we in December and they just dropped that Spotify shit. Do having those numbers like that helps you like kind of project what you trying to like goals you're trying to meet, or like what do you think? Obviously, it's cool to see the streams and all that shit, but it's like logistically, what does that do for you as an artist? You think?
It just encourages me to go harder, and it lets me know that I'm on the right path. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm still doing everything that I should be doing. Like no matter if I'm not the biggest artist in the world yet, this is the steps that you got to take.
Yeah.
And that's something that I feel like musicians forget. Like every day when you get one new fan, you're doing the right thing.
Right.
Even if it's just one.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing, and like that's just one of those things where I was just like, that's cool. Cause I didn't know what to expect. Like I didn't even know it was that time period yet to start showing the Spotify rap. But like somebody sent it to me like, yo, you're in my top 5. I was just like, damn, let me check it out. And I was surprised to see that much, to be honest. Like
that's the thing. Like I think today you posted like this year to last year. Like yo, like I'm not good at math, but that's more than 100% jump. You went, it was like 20,000 like I think last year, right? What was it?
27,000 streams to like 700,000 streams.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's like, substantial growth. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like the things that really stand out to me the most with those whole Spotify rap, you get to see how much people listen to you more so than any other artist in the world. And it's not like a big number, but I saw 13. And I was just like, damn, out of every artist in the world, I would just be happy with one.
Yeah.
Out of every artist you could listen to Drake, Kanye. You said, nah, I'm going to listen to this man. Like, oh, yeah.
That's sick.
Like, that's
you get to
cool
see, like, what countries mostly? And
that too.
And just in general, what did you see, like, spots that tick up besides the U.S.?
So, a place that... Because one of my most popular songs is Drill, London is big for me.
London town.
London is huge. Yeah. Like, that's my second most listened to place out of the U.S. London, Australia, and I think Denmark.
Denmark.
Yeah, Denmark.
Boys, shout out to Denmark out here listening to.
Yeah, they go crazy too out there.
Shout out to the Danish, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Man. So, if you could, man, I would like to know what were some of the, like, I guess the things that you did marketing wise this year? You know what I mean? As a musician, like what are things that I guess musicians could look for as far as marketing is concerned?
Definitely for me, what worked was the Instagram promotions. Like even after the LeBron one, using the same like kind of narrative helped me a lot.
Which was the whole sound.
So like
sounded like Michael.
Yeah, like what I basically I was gifted to me, to be honest, because I'm not that bold. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't take credit for that idea. Like he literally said like, yo, this sounds like Michael Jackson on a drill beat. You should say that. Like that should be your narrative, because like you saying, oh, New York sound, New York artists with a drill sound is not really gonna hit. There's too much of that.
Right. Yeah.
So like if you say, oh, this is Michael Jackson on a drill beat, people's just like, damn, like I want to hear it.
Yeah.
And they figure out that they like the song. They figure out they don't like the song, but like at least they hear it. They want to hear it.
Right.
So posts like that definitely helped.
Put in like something like you said, a narrative to it. It sets you apart from just anybody else that may have came across. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's too much musicians out there. You gotta do something. Unfortunately, musicians out there, y'all gotta do something. Like step out your comfort zone a little bit. Even if you feel like it's clickbait, you gotta do it because you want to make money. You want to do this thing, right? So like,
you gotta give people a reason.
You gotta give people a reason to listen to your music besides just I'm a dope artist.
Yeah.
You know, because I think we're all dope artists somewhat somehow, but like you gotta give people something to listen to.
So you say primarily like IG is where you focused on?
I focused on IG. YouTube is another platform that I focused on because like especially being in New York. I don't know if it's a New York bias, but I feel like we're in a drill craze right now.
Yeah,
like, I feel like drill is a hot trend right now. So like me knowing that the drill song was one of my most popular songs, I'll go under other people's like drill beats and I'll be like, yo, if y'all like this drill beat, check out this drill song.
Okay, yeah. I was always wondering like how effective are those? Like,
you would think like spamming is annoying, but like it's weird. I feel like if you have a good enough song, people won't hate on it as much as you think. And it'll be weird too, because people will go to the link and they'll comment under my page. It'll be like, yo, I hate your promo tactics, but I love the song. And it's just like, so what you want me to do then?
Yeah, like at least I got you to listen to it.
Exactly.
How are you gonna find it otherwise?
Nah, that's sick. That's sick, bro. Oh man, like just being like a hustler in a sense, even in like a digital space. You gotta,
bro. Because back then they was tossing out CDs, and you probably like, yo, I hate that this person's tossing a CD or whatever, but they have no choice.
Yeah,
unless you got connections or like insane amount of money, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, would you consider yourself to be like an independent artist, like through and through?
Nah, yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
And is that something that you are looking to hold on to, or you just maybe waiting for the right opportunity from like a label or whatever the case?
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna speak on it, but something's in the works. Not like, to be honest, the whole independent thing is cool, but like I said, like back to the thing, there's so much people that make music nowadays.
Yeah.
That is, unfortunately, we're in a situation where like if you want to do the independent thing, that's cool, but you gotta have the money, you gotta start building connections, you gotta have a team. That's just not something that I have. So like I'm okay with if I get to be put in a situation with a label, like I'll take that offer. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't want to take an offer where I'm gonna be complaining in the next 5 years.
Right.
But I'm not too big on I gotta be independent, like, cause I know I don't have the resources to stay independent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this for the next 8 years. And then, it's a tough thing to do. I respect the people that do it though.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I don't know, like I've heard so many stories about like people who get into like these bad deals or whatever the case is, but then there are quite a few people, even if they're not like the most popular individuals, that said, yo, I was blessed to get into like business with people who actually looked out for me.
Exactly.
I'm signed. Like, for example, the first person that comes to mind is Vince Staples. You know what I mean? Because Vince Staples is one of those people who are very articulate, and he pretty much has said this, and he's echoed this in different like interviews. He said, yo, I got signed by people who was really looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually cared about my interest. They weren't just trying to like feed me to the wolves, try to get a hit out of me, and then just push me to the side the way that we've seen happen. Like, I say, like, especially like within the last, like the previous decade, like the 2010s, like we seen so many artists have like a song that blow up, somebody scoops them up, and then they just fall to the wayside. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to try to like shit on anybody, but like you look at like an individual like Chief Keef. Like, Chief Keef got signed to this crazy ass deal. Like, I remember hearing the details of it, and it's just like, damn, you know what I mean? This isn't this. Like, I'm pretty sure that this hinders the way that he wants to create, because he's in a circumstance that he doesn't like.
I've been seeing some crazy, insane deals. Like, why would you even sign that? But you got to understand, a lot of these people are in situations where like this is it. Yeah, this is their dream. Right. Like, they're in poverty-stricken areas. Like, they gotta sign that deal because it gets them notoriety and some money in their pocket. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Then 5 years later, after the deal, it's kind of like, damn, like I wish, but you can't.
Hindsight is 2020. Yeah. Man, like that's even something that we be like thinking about. It's like opening, like, I guess certain type of business or like ventures, like they open doors, but then, you know what I mean, nothing is without giving. You don't get anything without giving. Exactly. So, you know, I guess that's something that everybody out there, if you're creative, you know what I mean, keep that in mind. Don't ever like close a door on something or rip, but also keep in consideration that you're a commodity in a sense, and people wouldn't put money behind you if they don't see the potential.
At the end of the day, the music business is basically just a loan, but you're trying to get the least amount of interest taken off of that loan. Like, that's a fact. You don't want to be paying for like that deal for the rest of your life. Yeah. You know.
So, what would you say are the plans? Let's just say the immediate plans going forward for Me+L.
Still showing who I am, like personality wise, giving my fans more music. I definitely want to go bigger on videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I have so much creative visions towards like videography that I want to show that like to my fans and show them that I take my time with my craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to give y'all perfection for sure. More so just than the sonic sound. You know?
Yeah. You like deliver a full package type thing.
Exactly. Like an artist that I think that's really dope with that right now is like Baby Keem. Like his visuals.
Oh yeah, his shit's just crazy.
It's insane right now. Like
yeah.
Nah, that's. I feel like, you know what I mean. That's one of those things where it helps with crafting a brand.
Yeah.
It takes it from being from being like just an artist to being like a brand. Like the way that I guess somebody like. I mean, I don't want to go back to Vince Staples, but Vince Staples to me is another individual who has like a very like clear-cut style when it comes to like the way his visuals work. Exactly. You got people like The Weeknd. You got people like A$AP Rocky, Tyler the Creator. Like,
definitely, yeah.
All of these, like the music is ill, but then it's like, yo, I know the videos.
Exactly, it's gonna be 10 times better than the song almost.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of the times, if you watch the video or listen to the song the first time while you watch a video, like you just like it off rip, as opposed to sometimes you'll listen to a song and then you're like, all right, it was cool or whatever. But then you'll go watch the video and then like you get attached to it more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No.
I just want to show like I'm putting in the work. So
yeah. Nah, 1000%. To piggyback over what you said, I always say like to me one of my favorite videos ever was the video for Crew.
The Brent Fires one?
Yes. Like
that was a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's so simple. It's not like there was the craziest thing, but it's just the vibe, and the vibe perfectly of the video perfectly fits the vibe of the song.
It's funny. I imagine exactly the video, the scene, and everything with Brent with the money.
Yeah, bro. Like I feel like you know what I mean. That's one of those things that like could get overlooked, you know, in a sense, because I feel like videos nowadays could get so watered down because you got like you'll have people who really don't have an idea in mind, and then they'll just be rapping, and then they just have somebody record it, and then as a means to kind of cover up the fact that there's not really much going on in the video, they just put crazy effects.
You
know what I mean, when there's a narrative involved, when there's like some type of style involved, like you brought up Baby Keem, like bro, all of his visuals like tie together in a sense.
Crazy. I think music videos is always like another outlook on it. Is like it's a mini film. It's a mini film with sound, and you should treat it as such. And that's definitely something I want to do, because like eventually I want to make an album that's fully concepted, like with a film and everything.
I love those.
Those are cool. Like the full length, right?
Kanye did something like that with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
The Runaway.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes, and that was dope.
Shit, like the whole shit was like 30.
It was 30, right?
Like I
remember it premiered on MTV.
Yeah, yo, shout out to 2010. That was a great year. You feel me? Like, see, that shit like that to me, like always elevates the music way more, because now it's like, I don't know, I have a respect for somebody a lot more when I think that it's not just coming from somewhere without any type of cohesion.
Exactly.
That's just how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Music videos are definitely like, you'll just get like another type of fan too at that point. What about like, you know, now that shit's a little bit different, like performances and stuff like that. Like, coming up, you got like, I don't know, you got things like any spots that you really kind of want to hit, because I know some places like we talked about, you know, going to London or something like that, you know, that would be...
That's my biggest goal as an artist. Like, I'm still getting used to that now. Like, I did maybe like 3 performances. My last one was kind of like my biggest one. It was at SOBs. I don't know if y'all that was...
When was that?
Like, that was October.
Yeah,
October.
Couldn't make it. So
but it was a dope performance, and like it was just dope to be on that type of stage. You know, when you know that legends hit there in the beginning of their career.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like so many of our goats have touch that stage. You know what I'm saying? It's a great place to be.
So like the next step as far as performance is doing my own like little mini tour. Like I would love to do shows in London, even if I gotta go overseas, cause I know I have way more fans probably there than I have here almost.
Ain't that crazy how that happens?
Yeah, there's a few artists that'll happen to like that. Like they'll hit, harder than they do at home, and then it's weird. Like I feel like we've talked about this before. Like sometimes it takes that like, and kind of what you said earlier. Like you gotta like people will start liking you more once they see
other people like you.
Yeah, like you're popping over here and this and that, but you couldn't start supporting from the jump. It's like,
and they're not awkward with it. They'll show you love. Like
they'll
let you paragraphs, let you know why they like your song. Like
that's dope.
I think that's also like a New York thing too. Everybody in New York is just like too cool for school all the time. Like I notice people would say that a lot. Like you know what I mean. I guess that's a part of the culture of just how everybody is. You know what I mean. But I mean, outside of the U.S. in particular though, you know what I mean. Not even just outside of New York, but outside of the U.S. I feel like they're like really grateful too. Like I remember 50 saying like how he knew it was time for him to hang it up. It was like when he went overseas and everybody knew the words to his songs, all that shit, and then he came back home and then people are just like,
exactly.
It's like, alright, whatever.
Bro, I had an A&R from England reach out to me. He was just like, yo, like I'm gonna let you know right now, like your song outside in the clubs everywhere. Like that's a song over there that they really bump.
That's cool.
So he was like, yo, whenever you want to come out here, let me know. Like we gotta set up a show for you, something. So I was just like, damn,
that's fire, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, are you on TikTok?
I just started.
Oh, okay. Is your music on there and stuff like that?
Nah, yeah, my music's on there.
Okay.
I don't have like any sounds that's popular, but that's definitely like an avenue I should tap into.
Because
that would be crazy for me.
You know what? Like it just, I don't know what made me think of it. Like you saying that. Somebody was like they were saying that was like a popular out over there. It's like compiling like whatever song it could be, but compiling like clips of people recording themselves to it and then just put that as like a visualizer to it.
That
would be cool. Yeah,
I love those. Like especially it'd be ill if it's like you have like a really good like international following, right? And maybe put the little flag next to wherever anybody's from.
Somebody did that.
Really?
A couple people did that. Like they'll be driving to my music and they'll have the British flag or like the it was another flag. I think it was Norway. They showed me that too. Yeah.
What? My boy out here international.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up.
So, I guess we've got so far more music videos on the way. I guess more shows, more performances on the way.
Of course.
Is there like anything else that you know what I mean? Let's just say I guess in 2022 that you're looking like to do as far as promotion or just releasing?
No, yeah, more like just getting more opportunities based off like the YouTube thing that he said. TikTok, like that's an avenue that I didn't even touch upon yet. Like I'm still getting comfortable and like understanding the app.
Yeah,
like because I watch TikToks all the time, but like being a musician on there is a whole different thing.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
So, just getting more opportunities for myself and just becoming a bigger artist.
Right. Shit, man. That's pretty much
you ever thought about like a lot of I've seen artists will have like just recording their like process. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times like you really get more a connection or like a support with someone when they can like, oh, this is what they do. Like I don't know, like sometimes when you can see this like behind just the music, you kind of like get a bond. You know?
I actually have a lot of footage of me in the studio. It's not a thought process that I take with me all the time. Because like it's almost like living your life on camera. You know what I'm saying? And like no matter what anybody says, you switch up in front of the camera just a tad bit.
I feel like you
until you're completely
until
used
you
to
get to that point, right?
Yeah, like so I'm still getting used to like the whole vlogging thing or like I'll tell my girl, she goes with me everywhere as far as music's related, like just record. Like, record me when I'm not paying attention.
That's the thing that I feel like that'll help a lot. Like I guess in the back of your mind, like you said, you're always gonna know that it's song, but like when you really in the zone,
you forget about it.
You can forget about it even if it's just momentarily, and I think that's when like some real like really dope magic happens. Like it's funny that you brought that up, and because I'm like I'm in the process of like watching this Beatles documentary. I love the Beatles. If everybody don't know, I love the Beatles. Like one of my favorite bands, yo. Like, and they kind of just documented the making of, I guess, their last album. And you can see dysfunction and all that other stuff, and like it was previously released as a movie in the, like way back in the day, but it wasn't really done well. So they took all of the footage which they had like loads of, and then you get to just see them, just their personalities for one, which it was already well documented, but like you get to see their process, and it's like, yo, it's so, I don't know, I feel like there's something to be said about seeing people produce something that you really come to know and enjoy. And it's like, yo, this shit started out as like, it didn't have its form, though it didn't have the polish that it has once you know what I mean, once I heard it or whatever. But I think that, at least for me, it's inspiring.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And who you never know who you're gonna inspire by just, you know what I mean, showing your process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Talking about the TikTok thing, that's one of the TikToks that I posted. Like, I posted a little, it wasn't footage necessarily, but like, it was like, oh, how I started off that song, like the song that you love right now, the idea behind it. So I posted them, because what I do is, to create my songs, I have a melody in my head, right? And then I'll put it in my phone in my voice memos note.
Hey, there you go.
So like, you'll hear the little mumble of the melody, or like me singing the melody, and then I switched it to the actual finished song.
Hey, I like
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
Cool.
So like, people were like, damn, so that's how it started off.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
That's cool. That's definitely something that I feel like is a TikTok type of thing, and that more people would like kind of want to see. And not only just like inspiring with the whole like documenting thing, but also like you get to see later on, like you yourself, where you started. Because I remember watching a lot of people, and it's funny though, because even just yesterday I don't know why, like every like 4 to 6 months I just go on our own channel and just do a binge on these old videos that are so bad. But like, I'll watch the Unsung Boys, I'll watch like the Wasted like 20s volumes, and then all this stuff. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Even just like 4 years, like stuff changes so much. But like, just on like an artist tip, is like, I remember there's certain artists like Wiz and MGK, like he started recording his like just everyday stuff from like years ago when YouTube was like nothing really,
right? And
like continued it, like I think, I don't know about now, but like maybe like last year, 2019, whatever it was, like now he's like doing tour videos. It's like you see like him just on the Ave and like wherever he's from in Ohio, somewhere, I think MGK's in Ohio, and you see him on the street, like, you know, just grinding or whatever. And then you see all this, you know, of course he does drugs and party and all this stuff, but it's like a rock star, like whatever. Yeah. But like that shift. And then Wiz does something like that too with his tours.
I remember seeing like Wiz videos back in high school, like just regular shit where he's just, you know what I mean? I guess it's regular to him, but it's like, oh, it's cool to you, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm getting to see like the behind the scenes of things, like, I don't know, like I was always fascinated with like what goes on like behind the I guess the product that you, or the finished product, I guess would be the proper way to say it. You know what I mean? I guess to a certain extent, like those have become more of a product in its own right, but like I guess in the earlier stages before it was just commonplace for everybody to do it, like around like the times that it was like early high school and stuff like that. Like, yo, it was just crazy to just watch. Yo, this dude is this really dope artist. You know what I mean? He smokes mad weed. We see him, you know what I'm saying, as he's teaching people how to roll up. Yeah. Like that. It's so ill, bro, because those are things that live with you, because you get to see the personality. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you like, if you could get somebody to like you solely based off of your music, God bless you, because it's hard. It's hard. People have to see the, you know what I mean, like I guess the person behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is crazy, man, because like you want to be a person, you want to have privacy and everything. So it's like a nice. It's like
you got to balance it.
And there's certain ways you could do it without exposing your whole lifestyle.
Right.
Kind of like what you said, like just showing footage of your growth and stuff like that. Like, and that's definitely some footage that I have. I wish I started earlier with the footage that I had earlier, but like I have footage of like me and my friends all in the basement recording over a mic just like this, with the sock over it, and all of that. Like,
Nah, that shit is...
Even if you just sit on it, because isn't like Ye coming out with something?
I was just about to say, like...
the Kanye documentary, yeah.
But he's been recording since, like, the beginning.
Bro.
Which is...
It's genius.
I don't
know who told him to do that, but, like, nah, that's genius.
I remember seeing those clips. A lot of those clips early in on MTV, when like MTV was active. I can't front. Yo, if you're young or whatever the case is, MTV really used to be mad lit. Like it's that ass used to be mad. A lot of this corny shit that they do. They used to have making the videos. They used to have all of this shit. And I used to see this
MTV Unplugged.
Like they had mad. Yo, please go do your research about what MTV was before it became what it is. Please.
Before they just started showing
ridiculousness 20 times a day, bro. But like, yo. He had like these videos of him in the stew, and then it's also really ill because like he's recording for his own purpose, but then you're also seeing the likes of what is Jay-Z doing behind the scenes, what is Dame Dash. I see him and Pharrell in the studio together on some crazy shit. It's like, yo, this is like obviously at the moment they probably knew that this was some ill shit, but looking back, I'm like, yo, this is like. Yeah. The holy grail right here, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, because music lasts a long time. And once you, 10 years from now, that's when you could tell something's a classic. So when you see like the video of Pharrell and Jay-Z in the studio doing the, what was it, the dirty, what was the song?
Oh, Timberland and Get the Dirt Off Your Shoulders.
Yeah, Get the Dirt Off Your Shoulders. And then he's like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know what I would do if I didn't get to see that video. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's inspiring. Like,
nah, 1000%, man. Like, yeah, I definitely think that the documentation of the process is really essential, especially if you're a musician or you're just a creative. You know what I mean?
In general, I feel like it's so much that you could benefit from that.
Those are assets in a sense. You
exactly.
know?
Yeah.
And assets, like if it's a real asset, it's gonna gain value with time. It's gonna appreciate with time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
I mean, usually, you know, we ask what advice. You know, the guest of their own, I guess, niche would give to somebody else that's maybe starting or is doing it, but like, you know, something that you would just say, I don't know, to another musician, like some sort of advice of like how to, you know, move forward, especially with now like so many different things that you have to be doing or could be doing. Like, how do you know, what would you say? What's the right way to go about it in your opinion?
I would just say, there's like a couple things. Like, remember that you love like what you're doing. Like, remember that you actually love the craft that you're making, that you love music. That, you know, never let the whole marketing and the business side of things like sway that love. You know what I'm saying? Because it could easily happen where you're like, damn, like I'm getting stressed because I'm trying to make it so bad that I forget that I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, take that time, like enjoy the journey too. Like, it'd be scary. Like, I be looking at like where I started and where I'm at now, and I'm just like, damn, like it's happening.
Yeah.
Like the slow steps it's happening though.
Yeah.
You know, so I gotta take my time, enjoy the journey. Never let anybody peer pressure you to make the trends that's happening now. Like, make the music you wanna make.
Yeah. Cause
at the end of the day, like, everybody makes music, yes, but everybody listens to music too. So there's an avenue for you.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Like, even the whole little, like, shout out to, I don't know if y'all know her, Pink Panthers. Like,
wait, I think I've heard the name before.
She has like a viral song on TikTok. What was it? I like you.
I've
never heard that.
I've seen the name before.
Yeah,
maybe I've heard the
song.
It's
one of those viral things, but like it's such a niche sound, but like it blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's little things that like you would think, nah, I'm not gonna make music like this because nobody's gonna like it. Everybody's listening to this.
Right.
Maybe in your general circle.
Yeah.
Like in my general circle, I don't know nobody that likes the music that I like maybe all the time or likes the music that I make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, somebody will. And somebody will be inspired by it.
This motherfucker spin, man. Nah, I like that. That's 1000%, man. Like sometimes you gotta go outside of your circle because, like, you know what I mean, just based off of the conversations that I have with you, I know that you have a very eclectic palette. So your influences may not really come across to the people in your circle because everybody's not listening to the things. Everybody's not ingesting what you ingested in order to, like, your musical diet wasn't the same as everybody else's.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and even with the person that you brought up, I'm not familiar, like, off the top of my head. Maybe if you play it for me, I might know it. But
you'll know once I play it after, yeah.
I don't think that the intention was, let me make a viral song.
Exactly.
She was just making something that she fucked with.
Exactly.
And you know what I mean? Somebody liked it, and then a couple somebodies liked it, and next thing you know, a bunch of somebodies liked it.
And it's a wrap. Musicians out there, just stay true to who you are, and like, don't let the marketing side fool y'all. Like, just keep doing what y'all love. That's pretty much it.
That's what's up. It's 100.
So the other thing that we often do, shout out to Drink Champs, because we got it from them. We give flowers. You know what I mean? Everybody gives.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, they started the whole giving. You know what I mean? They usually do it with somebody who's like there. They was like, "Yeah, we giving you your flowers now." You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So if there's anybody, any person, group of people, or just things that you'd like to give flowers to, what would you say? You know what I mean? Usually, the guy over there starts.
What happened?
I think I'll try to start it up there. I'll try to start it up. Shout out to just flowers to the delivery drivers during this holiday season.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who's doing, working at Amazon, anybody who's working at USPS, UPS, FedEx, DHL, right. All of those crazy things. You know how shit is. Damn. It's really hectic, but we're very thankful that you guys are doing your jobs because, you know what I mean, in this digital age, everything is done over the internet.
Yeah, especially, it's crazy on a regular basis now, and the holidays coming up, like, this is just, that's rough. Like, people really got to take hours out, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a job, man.
So, flowers to the delivery drivers.
Yeah, facts.
Damn, I second that. Flowers to the delivery drivers. Everybody I was working during, like, the whole pandemic phase is shit crazy. I'm gonna give flowers to basically all my supporters. You know,
it's always a good answer.
My fans, my followers, my circle, like everybody that pushes me when the days like where I don't want to push myself. You know what I'm saying? Because
need that.
It's not always gonna be you that gets up in the morning and says I gotta do this. Nah, sometimes it's the people next to you. Sometimes it's the person that's across the country that's like, yo, I love your music. Like, shout out to y'all because y'all really put me in a position to motivate myself.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to y'all. I'm gonna give my flowers up to, it's the end of the semester coming up for a lot of students, so shout out flowers to all the students out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could do it, pass your finals, you stay in school if that's what you want to do.
If that's what you want to do, I did it. Stay in school. I'm not gonna say I lie to you. You know what I mean? But if you got some, you know what I mean, a dream that requires you to get some type of degree, just stick it out. You could do it. Trust me. You're gonna look back on it and it'll probably be like, damn, I went through all of this shit, but I got what I needed to get out of it. And then, you know what I mean? If you do it the right way, you'll get a lot more out of it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yo, it was a pleasure to have you, bro.
Yeah. Let them know where you could, where they could find you, just on Spotify, IG.
The best way to find me right now, if you follow me on IG, my Instagram's at Me+L, MEPLUSL. There's a link in my bio that will take you to everything right there. That's probably the best way because the algorithm is not so best with searching Me+L. It's such a kind of unique name.
Right.
So it's better you just click the link. Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure as always, man.
For sure, yo. Thank you.
Also, if you haven't, check out his Wasted Studios performance. Yeah, really dope.
Yeah, the horns performance.
The horns was really good.
That was cool. Really dope. Yep.
New music coming soon too.
Yes, sir. Can't wait for it.
New podcast coming soon.
Yes.
New content coming soon.
Soon.
Everything is happening, good people. So stay tuned with us.
Yes.
Don't be wasting time unless you wasting it with us. And just like that, we off this.
Yes, sir.